right now in the Melrose showroom, but unfortunately we just couldn't get a good enough connection, so you guys wouldn't be able to hear all of the cool things and get a good enough picture of what's going on there. So instead, what I'm gonna show you right now is from the actual Melrose team, a recording that they did of the brand new, beautiful Melrose showroom. Melrose is launching their brand new virtual showroom of their 2021 garden and home decor line. If you guys need any help working their virtual showroom, we can help you also walk through that virtually with, you know, Zoom calls or anything like that. Or our team can help you walk through the virtual showroom with one of our team members with you in person. So, you know, we're happy to work this in multiple ways. The line is beautiful, and yeah, the virtual showroom is very cool. If you haven't checked out the Christmas version of it yet, I highly recommend it because it's a great way to get in some last minute Christmas product. Remember that they ship out of Southern Illinois, so for us here in the Midwest, it's pretty close and local shipping, and we can always look up for you what is in stock so you can get things nice and quick. They also have a fantastic dropship program, so many great things to check out. Don't forget, go ahead and share this video. Share it to all your friends and family. Melrose is a beautiful line. Everybody's gonna want something out of this line. And yeah, if you guys have a boutique or any type of gift shop or home decor shop, there's something for you in this line, whether it's even just really cute boutique clothing racks. So with that said, I'm gonna send you your way to the Melrose showroom. Enjoy.
This first showroom is Melrose Market. You'll know it as being hip and trendy and fun. I would say a little bit young, but it is definitely for those people in an age of acquisition, people that are decorating a brand new house, or they just moved and upgraded to a newer house, or maybe even for someone that is older but they're going to downgrade and they're going to get their forever home and they want to give it a stylish new and update. And so you'll see the strong green color. It's very trendy, it's very bright, it's very fun. You'll see it in some of the plants as well. And one of our purchasing agents was just showing me this. This is how these feel. They all have a very nice feel to them. But you'll also notice that there's a strong industrial look in this collection. So some of our furnishings and our tables have the black metal with the wooden tops, and of course the Edison lighting, like this wonderful wine rack. I can just see you sitting at this, having a nice drink on a patio or a covered veranda, maybe in a sunroom. We have our pottery that's black and white. You'll see the strong, firm lines of black, and you'll also see the crisp white, and then just touches of fresh, bright green. So this piece is one of our new furniture pieces. This is going to be very popular. We're all talking about this in the showroom with all the Melrose employees. We really think this piece is going to be a stand out for the show. We have some of these little, I would call these stem holders, metal iron stem holders. And then this has been very popular for us, so we have some different sizes, and we have the ones that are like the test tube. We're going to take a look at some of the wall clocks that we have available, and they are wooden and black as well. This one has the large numbers. We expect that to be a standout. And then this piece is really interesting to me. So for your retail stores, how many times do you want more things on the wall? Things that you can have for shelves that are attention-getting and that they showcase the piece that you're going to try to sell. So if you are running a boutique gift shop, or you have some clothing that people are going to be checking as well, they just want to take a look and see something, this is positionable. Very cute. Put a few nice pieces here, and you've got a couple of shelves. And of course a nice sleek black with the rounded, smooth, contemporary look. I like the wine glasses on this table. This is a new thing that is going to be very, very popular. We kind of tend to call that a trending product, or we know that it's an emerging product that we're going to have. The sales reps start talking about it a few weeks before the show. And so they're talking about the table, they're talking about the shelves to go with it, because it also holds the stemware. This is another one of our big clocks. This is clock number 4. Keep a track at home, clock number 4. And of course this is a wooden face, very large clock. This is a big one. And that's 82272 if you're looking for that one. We might throw some of those numbers out every once in a while. So in this area, of our purchasing agents, Kathy, see, I did work that into conversation, Kathy, said, you need to point out this, because this is a very good price point for this tray. And it's unique. See how it sits on the metal, but the wood sits up? I'm going to lift it a little bit.
There you go. Spin it around so we can see it. There you go.
Isn't that neat?
Mm-hmm.
She said, make sure to put that in on your things to look at. We'll put that in your wish list. Modern tradition. And modern tradition is kind of the grown-up sibling to Melrose Market. So Melrose Market, I tend to think of my daughter. My daughter's 23. She got her first home. She spends every last dime that she has decorating every little nook and cranny in her new house. But this is a little bit more sophisticated than that. And so we have the yellows, we have the blues, and you'll just see more traditional products here in this showroom that we're going to look at. Some of the things you'll see here, trays that are very textured. You are going to see a lot more clocks here. Of course, we have our candle holders and our lanterns, but the birds play a big part in this collection. We're looking at nature. Anything that's going to have the natural birds is going to be here. Someone's going to ask me if this one, nope, one side as well. I would have a hard time looking at myself on both sides anyway. I think I can look at just one side at a time. This is new wall art that we have available. This piece right here. And of course that is a replica piece of your tin with your natural wood. Very large piece, really. I'm sure the exact dimensions will be available to you in the catalog, but that is a nice wall piece. I can see that at the end of the hallway. Okay, and so we're going to come over to this side. These are all new as well. Now they're a little bit different than the wall piece there. The wall piece there we have more of the natural and the brown, and this one you're going to see more of the strong blue. And so the accents on these tiles, nice and blue, raised, but they've kind of got a shimmer and a shine. See how the white is kind of a little bit more finished? And that set of 4 is brand new that we have, and of course it's trimmed in wood. We have a lot of detail and repetition of patterns, but we also have florals, but in a kind of subtle way. So these vases that you see here and the candle holders, we've got some florals here in the design, but really it's texture rich. So the pots, the vases, they're all things that you, well, at least I do because I'm a little odd like this, but I want to run my fingers across it. I just like to touch the texture, and I just know that it's a little bit more rich, it's a little bit more engaging. These are new, these wall pieces here, and I kind of think of them as something that you would put a wreath on. We had these in just a natural, and they were just a basic square woven piece. But you'll notice these are more complex than that. We've got and I'm just going to call this a wooden piece. It's just woven in between. And it kind of reminds you of like a summer picnic basket a little bit. You think it reminds you of a basket? But we've got those in white. These are squared with the round cutout corners, and we also have them rectangular. So depending upon the space that you're designing for, we've got you covered. So these are going to be in modern tradition, and the other ones are in our old collection if you're looking for the natural wood pieces, and they are squared. We have wall art from last year, and then we have some wreaths that are also new, and we have some from last year in this collection as well. And of course, I'm going to point this out too. These are very nice throughout the showrooms, and so they have done a very nice job this year of taking the Adama pieces and they put them down very tastefully throughout the showroom. Let's look at some birds. Want to see some birds? Lots of new ceramic birds and bird houses, and then here again we're seeing the little pots. And so the pots are textured, they're very nice quality, they have a very nice sheen on them. And then again, Kathy has pointed out to me good value on these pots, so you definitely want to be taking a look at those. We have new wall art, we have art that will stand, just like this is. That's a little bit different. Most of our art goes directly on the wall. And then the lemons. We're kind of getting close to the lemons. These pots we've had, but these are another set of the newbies. This is 843. Now these little set mixes perfectly into this collection because you've got a little bit of the green, a little bit of the blue, but you've got the lemons, and the lemons can be right around the candle holder, the ring, or in the wreath. And this wreath actually comes 3 different lemon wreaths. This one right here. Actually, you have 4, I guess. I tend to think the fully dressed ones, 2 and 3, the largest ones on this wall. But Then we have just the lemons as well. And you know, when you're given lemons, you make lemonade, right? Lemons remind me of summer, joyous, fun, uplifting, happy. Those are the things that come to mind to me. What do you think of when you see lemons? Happy, joyous? Lemonade, summertime. Feel free to put your comments in there. When I asked Jordan, what do you guys think? I want him to be able to shout that out to me so I don't feel like I'm all by myself. Here's another new piece we have that is also a picture frame holder. This has different sizes. Of course, your 5x5, 5x7, and your 8x10. And then, of course, we have the ones that fit on a tabletop in this collection. One of the things that Ken did when we first got in is he brought me over here and he said, now, one of the things about modern tradition is the repeating patterns and the detail. And so when we look at the pieces here in modern tradition, make sure that you understand the repetition of the detail that's going in. And so I'm going to show you a little bit what he was talking about. He was talking about on the pots. See how we have the repetition in both the sides of pots. And then on the tops of the tables. So whether you're using the tables as your accent pieces or your accent tables, or you're using them as risers in your store, these are textured and have a very nice feel to them. But then you transition into the wall art. And see how we have this hexagon here? So we have two pieces of wall art with your hexagon. Of course, they're shown a little bit differently in color. But we see the same thing in the metals. And we see them on the planters with these nice stands. And then, of course, on all the ceramics that we have throughout this showroom as well. Repeating patterns, subtle. They're going to be in the whites. They're going to be in the naturals. They're going to be in the blues or the metal. But you're going to see it throughout. We are transitioning into the Global Inspirations collection. One of the things you're going to notice is very intricate, very detailed, very craftsman-like. So the cabinet, these trays, I love this rust color here. Look at that. Nice finish. We haven't talked about Fia Flame yet, have we? This is something I didn't really realize until I got into the showroom and I got to thinking about when you have something like this lantern, okay? We want to turn this on. We have the natural flame. But ready to hear this? Hear that? That's because it's magnet. And so let's say that you are hooking these maybe underneath your porch eaves or something like that. You want to keep them protected, but you also don't want to be taking your candles and putting them in and taking them out every time. And if a nice little breeze or a storm comes by, it's going to knock them over. So this is very interesting to me. And I love these metal containers and lanterns that you have in Global Inspiration with the Thea Flame candle. More metal pendants. One thing that Ken pointed out to me before he left is that see this scallop look here that we have in the lantern in metal. See that? We have duplicated that. Not matchy-matchy. But we have it in the wall art. We have it in the shutter panel, which of course, if you're a store owner, you are constantly needing architectural backdrops. You're going to have that there. And then we also have it here in these candles. I'll zoom in on those real quick. And again, those candle holders that we were talking about in the very first collection, we had some of a different color. But we have them now here in this nice burnt orange, which matches perfectly with the flame. And I don't know if these are old or new. Old. Because they're an old product. So that means if they're here, these are proven sellers. These are things that sell very well year after year. And every time I've been in this showroom, this is what I've wanted to do. You'll see a lot of texture in this showroom as well. And the lantern matches the trays. We have nested tables. So here we have another set of 3 nested table views with wooden tops. These are very interesting to me. They almost look like a piece of wood. You see the top or the grain on these, but total metal with the burnt oranges and reds with the gold on the end. Very nice, and of course you get the idea that this is a branch that is holding them up. Very nice tables. When we talked about the brand new vendor that we had for the wooden trays over in Melrose Market, we also had this lantern. Now this lantern is also very thick wood, everything that they produce. See the quality on that? Very nice. We have a few of our lanterns that we had last reminder of the intricate detailed candle holders with the white finish. So you'll see the brass with the white in the background. And then we have new pieces that Ken and I talked about this. We had a lengthy conversation, didn't we, Janet?
Mm-hmm.
We don't really know where exactly we're supposed to feel with the horse and this animal, but we do feel like it's foreign to us. It's different. It's cultural. And so it's rich in its culture, but very detailed. Like, look at the carvings on this horse. And Janet's going to show you that. It's a very nice piece. And then, of course, we have the bookends, and these, to me, feel a little bit Egyptian, but they could be Trojan. They just have that ancient feel. I like the tops of the risers. And these two, of course, you know, you can stack. You can put the smaller one on top. Anytime you want to put a product at eye level or rise that up a little bit in your store is a good idea. I like that this matches with these finishes and these patterns. And of course, we'd be remiss if we didn't show you the floor. So real quick, we're going to show you, if you're looking for any kind of look to spruce up a space and just kind of give you an instant vibe when you walk in, look at this assortment. This assortment's a great one. New full wall clock here, and again, it's texturized. You've got the metal and the wood. And then this is the glassware we were talking about. This is one of the types of glassware with this nice brown that matches well with the oranges in this collection. It's featured here. These are at an excellent price point. So if you're looking for glassware, we've got the blue, we've got the clear, we've got the green, we've got the brown. And I think we have one other color, but I can't remember it off the top of my head. And then we're looking at the pots again. So we have more pots that, again, look like they're woven with a wood, but these are a ceramic pot. I like to bang on things. Just tap them really, really lightly, just like you. And I saw a couple of buyers in earlier today, and I thought I was the only one that tapped stuff, but they were all tapping it as they were walking through, so I'm not the only one. A couple more with the ceramic nice finish on them, and then the trio down below. And then, of course, you have this nice natural wood and rattan tray set. And two more frames. And remember that we saw two frames on the front table when we came into Melrose Market. These two are on cultural inspiration. We've had these before. You've seen these. You've seen this lantern. I don't know how you guys were during coronavirus. I did two things. I ate everything that was in my kitchen, and I watched a whole bunch of TV. And one of the things that I saw on the Acorn channel was a TV show about a doctor in India, and when she went through this one home, she opened up the doors into a veranda, and she had hundreds of lanterns just like this. It just looked cultural, inspirational. They had the natural elements, metal, wood with them, all different kinds of designs, and they were all lit, and I thought, oh, those could be from Melrose. I hope they're on the timer, right? So we have remotes that work, with all of these handles so that you can turn on 100 or 200 as you just stand and click the button. They all come to life. And so that's something that you want to think about when you're showcasing them. You could have two, like this, or these, or you could have 200. And they would look wonderful when they're hanging or suspended, maybe under the eaves of your patio, or clustered together in the corners by the swimming pool, or in the patio outside, possibly in your balcony or your deck. Your home that are a little bit protected, but they're also outdoor to spruce up that space. Okay, a couple different new parts of wall art that we have in this collection. We have these. These just give visual interest to any space, any place that you have in your store where you need some visual interest. We have the coat racks that match. We have a couple pieces of art and paint I'm going to point out here that you might not be able to see from that angle, but you'll want to make sure to get a couple shots of that for the viewers. And then we have these other coat racks here. And then more of our lanterns, including these lanterns, which are not new. This in the black, as opposed to the brass or the white color. So remember, these are with the white finish. And then this is them in the black. I kind of like the sleek black, but I think a mix would be nice too. Setting up an area. Would you mix them or keep them the same? All the same?
I'd mix them.
You'd mix them? What about you, Jordan?
I like mixed.
You do? Okay. Jordan says yes on the mix. And then these two new pieces of art, these are tabletop pieces. Another round face clock. This one is suspended. This is all black, and of course the numbers. We like the empty face on that. We've got the birds, and we've got, again, Kathy's value pots. We're going to show those as well. Small bud vases and the art, and then of course other pieces of art that looks like petrified wood. And so the face is this, and this piece of art are the petrified wood. Ready to go to the cottage?
That direction, this direction.
We're going to go to the cottage. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to turn. Jordan, got questions for me?
I'm doing great. The viewers liking what they're seeing. So.
Everybody just wants to see all the pretty, but nobody wants to ask a question out loud? Nobody? Okay, so this is cozy. Cozy cottage. And one of the things that you're going to feel when you come in here is that it's just soft and feminine, and it's light. You know, it's florals. It's light. And in traditional cottage, you see clutter, and in this cottage, you do not. So that's something that's going to be a little bit different. This is kind of a contemporary take on cottage. So you're going to see tall angels that are very elegant, nice lifted candlesticks. You're going to see a reclaimed wood with a tile etching in it with some birds for your wall art. The colors in here are a very, very light pink or an apricot. And so you're going to see that in the wreath. And then, of course, we have it in different places throughout the showroom that you'll be able to pick up, including the bird cage. Everything's very fine, very detailed. You'll see the wire art, and we've got the wire drawings and the wall art, and then we have the wire pieces themselves that are actually dimensional. You see how they're dimensional like this? Those are very nice, and I'll get out of your way so you can show it to them. I like things that sit on the shelf. We've got a couple here that sit on the shelf. We'll start with kitties. First of all, I call this Fat Kitty. I don't think this is supposed to be Fat Kitty, but I call her Fat Kitty. And Super Fat Kitty. But then we also have these cute little kitties. We have Mama Kitty with the little babies on the back. We have Sleepy Kitty. We have the new planter. Super easy to put things in there. But then we have this one with the paw that comes down over the edge. And these things are very popular. We have the chickens in the farmhouse that hang over the edge of the shelf. But we have the kitty. And now we have the brand new angel. So this is a solo angel. She sits on the shelf. She's new. She's in the very light pinks and blush. We have a brand new duo, and they're in the blues, very light blues. They have the wire wings, very detailed, very intricate. But we came up with these because of the popularity of the tall three elegant angels. And I say the popularity because in Cozy Cottage, we are featuring two of our number ones at Melrose. The angels have been the number one pin on Pinterest for many, many years. If you're looking for something that is tried and true that you can bring into your store, that you know people like season after season, it's these angels right here. Our most popular, top-selling lanterns. And they are in Cozy Cottage too. Now these, you load from the top, nice and hinged. They are in 3 sizes. They're sold as a set of 3. You can fill them with your botanicals, your candles, or any resin sculpts that you would like. They also have the hangers. But these are tried and true. So in times like we're dealing with today, you know, we have some seasonal inventory from last year. We're buying new things right now. We're also trying to think of what's going to be trans-seasonal, what's going to sell well for us, what do we know customers want. You go to the best sellers. You go to the proven sellers. And if you'd like to have a list of the proven sellers or the best sellers, all you have to do is ask your sales rep. They have those available for you. And they can even tell you what are the best-selling lanterns in my state, where I'm at, and they'll be able to help you with that. That's one of the draws to having a great sales rep. Of course, this is a tractor. This has been season to season top sellers for us here at Melrose because of the strong farm red, the animals, the wooden accents, and the galvanized. So the galvanized tins and containers have been very good. The windmills, the planters. This is actually a planter that you can vine up through, or you can decorate in the home with it. And we have new barn art here in the showroom. So the barn art is new. And of course, if you've watched any of the videos that I've posted, I have told you many times over, I like the vintage trucks. There's just something about the vintage trucks that I like. They have good colors and they have excellent detail. Now, my daughter and I were shopping recently, and she picked out a blue truck, and I said, absolutely not. That truck does not have the details that the Melrose truck happens to have. These are the vents that we were telling you about that are so deep and very functional. So you can put quite a few things in here and still have some height. Now sometimes we'll have a tray that's very flat and low, and then you'll just have something dainty on it. But these, I think, would be very functional for in the home or for the store. They had that again in the rounded one. The equestrian look is in. It's high, upper scale, contemporary. This is not farming horses. These are not Western horses. You're not going to see saddles and leathers and things like that in Haven. Instead, you're going to see things that are natural elements, but very upscale and contemporary. I like the herd wall art. Very nice. It speaks to me. Again, I love this just a little bit of purple that you find here. The large wall clock. I do have to say that this picture with the antler will be very popular. And I'll back up again so you can see things as well. It will be in your way completely. And then this piece of art is my favorite. And this probably sealed the deal for me. And if Janet, if you look at that straight on and then at the side, because you'll see the brush strokes of the gloss on this wall art. And so you'll see it stippled here across the horse, but you see the large strokes that come off from the side. Soft, beautiful colors. Let me pick up the rose colors, the apricot, the reds, the black, grays, brown, but all very light, neutral palette, very classy. You're going to see some birds here, but they're not the same little happy bluebirds that we had in other collections that we had. These are going to have more of the earth tones to them. And then, of course, this clock has the strong brass finish, no numbers on it. Again, we talked about that in the very beginning collection, how many clocks that we have. But again, strong, firm corners on this one. You probably noticed our other simplex candles here because we're the ones with the 5 colors. This one is kind of a beige. And see